far be it from me to make a video other than for the only reason to make a video, or to post something only for no other reason than just to post something. I mean, who'd ever do that? Oh, wait, I do that all the time. Anyways, it's Friday. It's the 10th day of Vlogmas 2021 here in Ventura, California. It's about 11:30. We're waiting for a package to arrive, so we're just sitting around the house perusing the latest interweb nonsense, as is my general waste of time that I do. And I came across a thing where they're starting to get nominations for the most anticipated tabletop role-playing game of 2022. Nominations for the most anticipated tabletop role-playing game for 2022. Okay, I mean, on the surface, that seems harmless, you know. People are going to say, I'm really excited about that game. And somebody else will be like, I'm really excited about that game. And like, you might find out that 3 or 4 people are all agree that that game over there is something they're really excited about for 2022. Nothing on the surface, perfectly fine. Harmless, speculative fun. Something I do all the time. I mean, I've got my most anticipated tabletop role-playing game for 2022 based upon, wait for it, the extremely limited list of what we have coming out for 2022. I mean, how can you vote for the most anticipated tabletop role-playing game for 2022 when we only have like a dozen or so that we actually know are maybe coming out in 2022? And even games that have been announced for 2022 at this point are speculating that they might be able to print, publish, and put out the product on the day, month, week, year that they say they're going to put it out. But that's all speculation because everything's been pushed back so far. I mean, even Hasbro had to push back a Dungeons & Dragons product till next month, and Strixhaven is still not on all the shelves that it should be, and it was supposed to be out on the 7th, and yet companies are saying, hey, I haven't got my Strixhaven shipment yet. Of course, because shipping. So we have a small list, and sure, out of that small list of a dozen people could say, yeah, I'm really excited about that. But of that list, there's already one I'm pretty sure is not going to come out at all. 2, I'm like, why are you excited about this? It's already been done a long time ago. The rest is like, okay, you've got 5. You're basically all agreeing on 5. And why are you all agreeing on that 5? Because we don't know. There could be something that's scheduled to be kickstarted in July. So how can we anticipate all the tabletop role-playing games for 2022? We don't know what all the role-playing games for 2022 are going to be, and if any of them are actually going to see print. But anyways, let's take a look what people seem to be mostly excited about based upon this. So Blade Runner RPG, there seems to be a lot of votes for that. Again, that's like one of the least ones on my list of things that I am aware. That's at the bottom of the list because it already came out. There already was a Blade Runner tabletop role-playing game. It was called Cyberpunk 2020 and came out in the late 80s. We have some people are voting for something called Stone Top, which is being kickstarted. And apparently it's a tabletop fantasy adventure centered on a village community. So it's a game about protecting a village. It's calling itself Hearth Fantasy. Stop making up words. Stop making up words. Hearth Fantasy. So basically, I don't know, the Kickstarter seems to say the whole campaign is based around taking care of a village and the adventures that might befall the village. Okay, so that's being has some excited. We have a lot of excited about the box set of Mothership coming out, but Mothership's already out. This is just a box set of it. We've got some nominations for Allstate from Handiwork Games. Allstate is a city-based cyberpunk horror haunted city role-playing game that's coming out. It all takes place in sort of this weird post-apocalypse dystopian ever-growing nightmare city where you play characters trying to protect / explore / understand the mysteries of this never-ending city. A lot of people seem to be excited about that. Homeworld 2D20 from Mofidus. Avatar Legends, the RPG. Well, we know that made a ton of money on Kickstarter. So it'll be interesting to see what the Avatar RPG is like, and if it does both Korra and the Avatar and the future stuff that the Avatar people talked about but never have made yet. Again, that's not on the top of my list. Now we get to the one that is on the top of my list, my most anticipated tabletop role-playing game for 2022, which supposedly is coming out in March. And this is just the Kickstarter playtest. The actual game isn't coming out to 2023. And of course, I'm speaking of the Marvel Multiverse tabletop role-playing game. The Kickstarter / playtest is available in March. I've already pre-ordered mine. They're giving you a year or half a year to playtest it via this program. It's a paid playtest, which I disagree with, but I'm just hoping it's as awesome as the OG Marvel Phase Rip. It feels like it's going to be, but of course I could be completely wrong. I've already put my money down for that one. That's what I'm most excited about. Blade Runner, Stonetop, AJ State. There's some excitement for the DCC Dying Earth thing, except that was Goodman. The fulfillment for that is not till September of 22, so they're not even released. They're in the pre-production of the Kickstarter, then they're going to kickstart it, then they're going to hopefully reach the end of the Kickstarter by September 22, and then go into public sales by November 22. Another nomination for Mothership, another nomination for Stonetop, a nomination for Tales of Xadia, that's the Dragon Prince role-playing game, except that's taking pre-orders now, so technically I guess that's a 2022 game. Blade Runner, Avatar Legends, the new Chaosium product, but that's not even announced for 2022. They're just hoping it's coming out in 2022. The Root tabletop role-playing game, there's some excited about that, but people are complaining that the rules are too hard. Of course, the one I was talking about that probably is now not going to get made is the Cowboy Bebop role-playing game. There was a Cowboy Bebop role-playing game announced for 2022. They were going to try and ride the coattails of the animated show. I mean, the show on Netflix. I mean, I can only think of that's the only reason why they would try and do that now. Why try and do a Cowboy Bebop tabletop role-playing game in 2022 and not, like, at any point in time between the time Cowboy Bebop was made and now, other than you were thinking you could sort of milk the excitement about the live-action show, except, of course, the live-action show just crashed and burned. So now I'm like, I don't know if they're going to make that game. Homeworld, Marvel Multiverse, Blade Runner, Mothership. So, yeah, I mean, the new Chaosium product called Rivers of London. Here's a nomination for a game that's already out, so that doesn't count. One guy put a nomination for True, the role-playing game. Dude, it's already out. People were buying copies 2 weekends ago at the game fair. Another one for Blade Runner. Again, I don't see the point of Blade Runner. There already was a Blade Runner tabletop role-playing game. It was called Cyberpunk. Came out a long time ago. Here's one nomination for the One Ring 2E, except, of course, it's already technically out. Here's another nomination for a game that's already out. I'm not even going to mention the names of the ones that are already printed and on the market. Like, do your research, dude. Don't just nominate a game because you just heard about it. Just because you heard about it doesn't mean it's going to be released in 2022. It's already out. You could already buy this game. It's been out for a while, so it's not a 2022 release. Another nomination for Marvel. Yeah. Here's an obscure one, Orbital Blue. Another one for Blade Runner. Yeah, I mean, it's just over and over. It's the same 5 games. Blade Runner, Stonetop, Marvel, the new Chaosium one, a couple for Avatar. Yeah. So so it comes back to the original choice. If you want to vote for your most anticipated tabletop role-playing game for 2022, I'm going to put the link here, but what's the point? when as of today, we know that there's maybe 12 games coming out, maybe 20. I mean, of those, I'm excited about one. And based upon the list here, at least 2 of them are already out. Without going deeper, nope, here's one. 3 of the games are already out. Here's a nomination for Twilight 2000, the new version from Free League. Nope, it's already on the market. I have my copy waiting for me at Sesh Games and Anime. It's already out. It's not a 2022 release. It came out in 2021. And, of course, no nominations for the Wizards of the Coast products. Of course, Wizards of the Coast has only announced one product for 2022 for sure, and that's a 2021 product that got pushed back because of shipping. That's the Mordenkainen's Marvelous Multiverse of Madness and Mustard book, which is, also trying to milk the whole Multiverse of Madness Wizards Mordenkainen thing and Marvel thing and Doctor Strange thing. So, yeah, and that's scheduled for in the new year, though already they're saying it might get pushed back. Strixhaven hasn't shown up yet. It was supposed to be out for this on the 7th. It's not. It probably will be maybe on the shelves today. But yeah, of those 12 games, are you excited about any of them? Obviously, I'm excited about Marvel. I could care less about a Blade Runner tabletop role-playing game because I already have it. It's called Cyberpunk. I could care less about a Cowboy Bebop role-playing game because I already have it. Mothership, I already have. The box set is only more toys for a game I already have. So why? It's great that there's a box set coming out of Mothership, but yeah, most people already have Mothership, so they're only going to be buying it to get the new stuff. Stone Top, a fantasy role-playing game about a village, is an entire game. That's a module. That's a campaign setting. That's not an entire game. Just make a campaign setting, make it generic. Say, here's a campaign setting where you could play fantasy game of your choice where the entire campaign is centered around adventuring and taking care of a village, which sort of just sounds like a hex crawl when you think about it. So yeah, none of these excite me except Marvel. And I'm hoping it's not a disappointment. And I really don't see the point of this contest because we don't know what's coming out in 2022 yet. But far be it from me to pass off a chance to milk pointless news articles like this one. So I appreciate the fact that you took part of this with me and listened to me complain. If you want to hear more of this, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the OGGM Adventures. Help me at 1,000 subs. You still have 21 days to help me reach my goal. Till next time, support your friendly local game store. That's Sesh Games and Anime. If any of these products sound like something you want to get, head on over to your friendly local game store. That's Sesh Games and Anime here in Ventura, NSN to look into it for you. Hopefully I'll be unboxing Twilight 2000 soon. I should have my copy waiting for me. See ya!